I'm Nick Shell, and my hair loss videos are more exciting than fapping. That's true. You know, you can't fap all day long. You have to take a break and eventually come to your senses and realize that your father figure, that your male mentor, Nick Shell, is here to help you. He's here to bring you back to reality. I have to keep that in mind. And people who are older, people who are my generation, don't get it. As I speak out against pornography, and by the way, I've learned as a YouTuber not to say the word pornography in the titles of my videos because they'll get demonetized. So I'm going to start saying fapping, and that'll be our code word that I'm talking about pornography and what obviously accompanies it. So, but I just want to point that out, like the irony of that, okay? So over 4,400 people subscribe to my channel. I regularly remind everyone that aside from religion and morality, that pornography is toxic to your brain in the way that you perceive reality, the way that you perceive being excited by anything else. You know, as far as pornography truly being an addicting thing that takes away joy from everything else in life because you need to feed that addiction. Now, it's something that, it's interesting because older generations, again, my generation, graduated high school in 99, born in 1981. See, I was 16 when the internet came out, right? So even for my generation, there wasn't that exposure, the constant availability to pornography like there is now. And I think that's something a lot of people are missing out on that fact that so many young teens, that's their introduction to sex is through pornography and like no filter, just wide open. And I keep saying it's like your mind is being raped, but then it's an addiction, so it goes on and follows you through adulthood. And I think too that because of that, what happens is the younger generations are having a harder time with their own identity as a male. So those are things I believe. So I think it's ironic and I think it's interesting that, as for me, I openly speak out against pornography, not from a religious point of view, from a psychological one. And yet, apparently, because no one's arguing with me about it, no one's denying it, apparently, the same audience that I have is exactly what I'm talking about here. So then when older viewers watch my channel, my age or older, they're saying, oh, it's not that bad. It's no big of a deal as long as it's every once in a while. But they don't get it. The people who are my age and older don't get it about pornography. They cannot relate to a younger audience who that's all they've known since their teen years. So it is interesting that in some ways my hair loss videos are more exciting than pornography. I mean, to think that some of you would have watched pornography 2 hours ago and now it's time to watch Nick Shell talk about how it actually is related to your insecurities as it relates to something as trivial as hair loss bothering you. So I wanted to point that out. I believe in some ways a lot of you who are addicted to pornography and therefore watching my videos because your hair loss triggered your insecurities, you know that I'm onto something on this. And our little secret is guys my age and older don't get it when they say a little porn is okay. Nick Shell knows better than that. Nick Shell knows that those older people, my age, can never understand what it's like to be addicted to the constant smorgasbord of pornography that anyone who is a generation younger than me have. Pornography is not the same as now as it was in the 50s or 80s. It's a completely different thing. And I recognize that, and I say it's not okay. I say it is an attack on your identity. And that's why I think part of the reason I'm able to gather such an audience on that and not lose them over that. Because you better believe me, as a YouTuber, obviously what inspires us most is to make sure that we grow an audience, right? So you better believe when I came to this realization, it crossed my mind, I'll make one video about this and we'll see if I lose subscribers. You know what's been happening since I've been talking about it? Going up. It's what's been happening. And I've been noticing the people who are speaking against my beliefs about pornography are my age or older. They're in their mid-30s or older. It's not the younger generations, the ones in their teens and 20s, are the ones agreeing with me. So I think I'm definitely onto something. And I think it's time that I start officially supporting the No Fap movement as a spokesman for them, starting in the next video that I'll publish after this one.